Hey everyone, thank you for joining me for another video. The Real Rant Reviewer back with you. It's a different kind of video. It's going to be my top 10 emotional films. We're going to call this a Rantz emotion list. So, no particular order on these movies, just the top 10 for me in emotional crying. Movies that made me cry. At number 10 here we have AI, Artificial Intelligence, 2001. Um, yeah, at the end it makes me cry when they resurrect his mother for Haley Joel, and he spent the whole day with her. That ending scene makes me cry every time. Wow, tearjerkers all day, every time, guys. I watch this movie, I cry at the end of at the end of the film. So this movie here is a tearjerker right at the end. Artificial Intelligence. Check it out. I believe it's on YouTube for free. Guys, look at it and let me know in the comments if you cried or not. I cried at the end. Here's the next one. Is All Dogs Go to Heaven, 1989. I cried as a kid, rented it. My aunt rented it with my brother. We sat down on the couch. I was very, very young. The dog died in the end. I didn't expect that. I cried profusely, was not able to stop. My aunt had to call my mother to calm me down and tell me that it was just a movie and the dog was okay. So then I calmed down. So yeah, All Dogs Go to Heaven, man. I know it's a surprise for the Real Rant Reviewer. He cried his fucking little tears out as a little kid in 1989 over this movie. So this one had me. I could not stop crying profusely because of the dog dying in the end. So guys, check it out. All Dogs Go to Heaven and see if you cry. I don't know if you're going to cry now as an adult. I don't know if I would either. Probably not. But as a kid, it made me cry a hell of a lot. So that's All Dogs Go to Heaven, man. 1989. That'll make you very, very sad. Here's the next one. John Q. Denzel Washington's 2002 John Q's. The ending speech he gives to his son before he's about to off himself to give him his heart. That speech is one of the best speeches in cinema that I've ever heard. And it's emotional, and I don't know how Denzel kept it together. He barely kept it together. I did not keep it together during that scene. The whole movie had you very emotional. Excuse me. Very emotional the whole time. But that ending scene when he talks to his son in the hospital had me crying like tearjerkers, just tears falling down my face. John Q, one of the most emotional movies you will ever watch, and you will cry at a lot of scenes. The different other scenes I cried as well. When he's on the phone with his wife, talking about Michael, his son. Emotional movie, guys. High tense. Maybe that's why some people don't like it too much because it's so emotional. Here's the next one. It's Vanilla Sky, Tom Cruise's 2001 Vanilla Sky. Made me cry right at the end, and sometimes in the middle when he damages his face and stuff. But right at the end where he realizes it's all a lucid dream, and he's going to take the jump, and he talks to Penelope Cruz. He says, "I'll see you in life when we're both cats." And the music is beautiful. The music makes me cry. The Nothing song at the end of this film, amazing, and it makes me cry. And that's it. He takes the jump. So spoilers ahead, guys, in this fucking review. You should have seen these movies, and if you haven't, then I'm sorry. Go see them and comment. But you know, that movie makes me cry right at the end. It's nothing but tears. So Vanilla Sky, 2001's Tom Cruise will make you cry, and that's for sure. So let's see what the next one here is going to pop up. Should be any second. There it is, Gladiator, guys. Gladiator, 2000's Gladiator. This movie makes me lose it right at the end when he is dying and he's touching the field with his hands to hearing his kids, and the music is playing with beautiful music, and he's dying peacefully. Oh wow. What a excuse me, I'm sorry. Very tired today. Not emotional, but tired. Rant viewer, yawning too much. But this movie will make you won't make you yawn. It'll make you cry. It made me cry profusely every time I watch it at the end. And to this day, when I watch it, I get teared up when Maximus walks through the field with his fingers to his family and feels the cornfield, and he's finally there. So the wheat field or what have you. It's very emotional with the music and the scene and everything he's accomplished to get to that death. So a well-deserved one at that. So that's Gladiator 2000. That'll make you cry. Definitely at the end you will cry. That's got Man on Fire, guys. Denzel Washington. Here's our number five. Like I said, no particular order or list to this. Just Man on Fire, 2004, will make you cry. The movie made me cry several times. I say in the middle of the movie, and then right at the end, definitely at the end, where he meets Dakota Fanning on the bridge, and she's running to him. They use this music that I think it was used in Gladiator as well. It's very, very emotional meeting. They hug, they embrace. The speech between them with the music playing and how he's dying made me cry. And then he walks to the car and dies in the car. It makes me cry as well. So this movie made me cry um, every time I watch it. So yeah, every time I watch it, I think it simmered down a little bit since I got older, but it still makes me tear up. And it will make you cry the first couple times. So Man on Fire with Denzel Washington, 2004, number five there, with an emotional movie for me. Rantz emotion list. Here's Forrest Gump, guys, number four. 1994's Forrest Gump. This will make you cry. When it made me cry was really hard was when he meets his son, Haley Joel Osment, in the end. His girl Jenny there is dying of AIDS complications, and he realizes he has a son. When he asks if his son is okay, but he doesn't. Like he asks it in a way where, it's very emotional that he's worried and stuff like that. It's so emotional to find out that he has a son and he raises him. And then when he's at the grave of Jenny and he talks to Jenny, that makes me cry. Makes me cry profusely. So those two scenes there make me cry in Forrest Gump. Tears, actual tears that get emotional. So Forrest Gump, guys, 1994. So that'll make you cry, probably at several points or at least one point. So yeah, Forrest Gump, an emotional film, no doubt about it, as well as an interesting film. So let's see, number three here. You see it here, if you can barely see it, City of Angels with Meg Ryan and Nicolas Cage, recently reviewed by yours truly, 1998. This is an emotional film. All throughout the film, it's very emotional, but it makes me cry at the ending, of course. The ending where she passes away and Nick Cage has given everything up to see her, and she dies and she apologizes. It's sorry for dying. It's very, very emotional, and even at the end and all that. But that part there is so emotional. It makes me cry. Makes me cry, and to this day I would cry because of the story and the culmination of it and what's happening. So hats off to City of Angels, guys. It'll make you cry at the end. Made me cry, and still does to this day. So that's Meg Ryan and Nicolas Cage and City of Angels. Emotional movie for sure. Will make Rantz cry. And let's get to I think this is number three, so we're down to the last two here, guys. Braveheart. This is Mel Gibson's Braveheart, 1995, at number two, because it makes me cry at the end when he sees his wife um, through the crowd when he is about to be beheaded and he's being tortured. He sees his wife calmly move through the crowd. It calms him. He notices her. The music is amazing. It's original music. It's just so captivating. And to die seeing someone you love like that, it made it very easier for Wallace and for us. And it made it worth it what he was doing. So it was very emotional, and I cried when that scene hits. When the song hits and everything slows down, I start to get emotional. And I like it. It's a peaceful moment in a chaotic scene. So Braveheart, directed by Mel Gibson, acted by Mel Gibson, Braveheart 95, will make you cry at the end. There's no doubt. The music adds to that crying. I'm sorry, guys, if I left a lot of movies off the list. This is just a short list. Nothing in particular order. And here it is, the last one, guys. Let's wrap this up. Schindler's List, 1993's Schindler's List. Now, the reason I put Schindler's List here is because it made me cry. It made me cry throughout the film when things were happening to certain people. Yeah, it's just a tragic film. It'll make you cry all throughout, especially the ending when Oscar Schindler wants to do more. So, and all the people said they did, but all the torture and the scenes and the stuff people have went through, that'll make you cry on its own. So Schindler's List is a tearjerker all the way, an emotional stress movie. So it's very emotional. So Emotional Rants, he's going to end the video here. The Real Rant Reviewer, the Emotion List. Thank you guys for joining me for this new kind of video. I really appreciate you guys. I love you. I love you all. Thank you for the subs, for the likes. I'm just so excited. And I just love all of you. Thank you. My heart is filled. Take care, guys.